In the morning when I rise, give me Jesus.
Good morning. Matthew chapter 5, the Sermon on the Mount, verse 10. Blessed are those who have been persecuted for the sake of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people insult you and persecute you and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. That's Jesus talking. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward in heaven is great. For in the same way, they persecuted the prophets who were before you. Well, we saw that yesterday. Yesterday in Mark 13, we saw how Jesus said, "You will be hated by all because of my name, but the one who endures to the end, he will be saved." If you're serious about your salvation, then you don't care about what the world says. If you walk with Jesus, then you walk in rich abundance of life, and you realize the world can't even compete with the love of God and the riches of the kingdom that are ours, even in this realm when we walk with Jesus. Well, that was yesterday. Today, I'm going to read verses 14 through 20. And again, I'm going to say, a lot of people think that these scriptures are talking about the end times. And certainly, there are some applications of what's talked about here that might apply to us even now. However, I think you're going to see what Jesus was talking about was the Romans coming against the children of Israel. Well, we're going to see that most of these things talked about today have already happened. I'm in verse 14 of Mark 13, and I'm going to read through verse 20. But when you see the abomination of desolation standing where it should not be, when others come into the temple that don't honor God, then those who are in Judea must flee to the mountains. When they come and take over the temple, you need to get out of town. Verse 15, the one who is on the housetop must not go down or go in to get anything out of his house. No, you flee, and you flee now, and you flee quickly. And the one who is in the field must not turn back to get his coat. But woe to those who are pregnant and to those who are nursing babies in those days. But pray that it may not happen in the winter. For those days will be a time of tribulation such as has not occurred since the beginning of creation, which God created until now, and never will be again. Unless the Lord has shortened those days, no life would have been saved. But for the sake of the elect, for the sake of those who walk with God, whom he chose, he shortened those days. Well, that happened when the Romans came up against the children of Israel. And so hopefully they heeded Jesus's warning, because if they didn't, then the Romans absolutely destroyed anyone who is left in Jerusalem. And Jesus said the temple wouldn't be any stones left on another, and there weren't. So Jesus was talking about the Romans coming against the Jewish people who are still in Jerusalem. He said, flee to the mountains if you hear someone coming and taking over the temple. Well, God bless you, who, as you consider today, they will come up against you, but you walk boldly with the Lord, and you don't worry about what this society or what the world is even saying. They aren't going to love Jesus. We know that, but you do. I look forward to being with you tomorrow. We'll look at some more of this that people consider the end times, and some of it applies, but most of it has already taken place. I'll see you tomorrow.
Give me Jesus. Give me Jesus.